Alright guys, Joe Saglimbeni here again on his YouTube or my YouTube channel, Joe Saglimbeni. And today I'm going to do a quick update on the stimulus check info, if there's any updates on stimulus checks. We're 2 months before the election here, so let's see where we're at. Alright, so let's enjoy this video. Alright guys, so in a little while I'm going to go onto my screen to go over a couple of articles on a stimulus check update. But I did want to mention that we have 60 days to the election. So take that into account, that we only have 60 days to the election. So this may be a game changer for both Biden or Trump. This decision about stimulus checks. You know, I actually don't know which way it's going to go. Whether if the checks come out as soon as possible, whether it helps Biden or Trump. I would assume it helps Trump, but let's see how politics spin it. So I'm going to go to my screen, and let's go to my screen. Alright guys, so I'm back on my screen here. So basically I'm going to cite an article from CNET about stimulus. And it's an interesting article. It came out on September 8th, which is today. And the article is what's going on with the stimulus negotiations, 5 things that could happen now. Alright, so just to update you, Mitch McConnell is looking to do a more targeted bill this week, and he's going to try to push it through the Senate to see if he can get the votes that are needed to pass. Okay, so just so you wanted to know, he mentioned that today and yesterday, and so let's see what happens. But this is an interesting article because it goes through 5 things that may possibly could happen with the stimulus check. So as you know, the election is only 60 days. It's right around the corner, 60 days before the election happens. Okay, and we're still in the pandemic. Small businesses and employees and employers are suffering. We have some protesters. Protesting is still going on, and we have an election that's coming up. So is this stimulus, are the stimulus negotiations going to happen now? Are we going to get stimulus checks? So let's scroll down on this article. All right. The first thing that the article talks about is the fact that the White House and the Democrats are looking at different proposals and the price tag of these proposals. The White House now, according to Political, is looking for a $1.5 trillion price tag, which is up from the original $1 trillion proposal. And remember, the original proposal after the first CARES Act was like 500 to 700, something like that, 700 billion dollar proposal. So now the White House is up to 1.5 trillion. And the Democrats with Schumer and Pelosi are looking at around 2.2 trillion. That's down from the 3 trillion that Pelosi wanted a while back. So things are looking like they're going to get closer. So let's see what happens here. As we scroll down to the article, we see that according to CNET, a single large bill relief could pass. Right, a single bill's passage hinges on the bipartisan agreement on the total cost of the stimulus package, and an agreement with the White House. President Donald Trump will have the bill signed into law. Will this happen? Well, we'll see. CNET shows a couple of dates. How could the stimulus bill pass? Senate voting September 17th, House voting September 18th. President signs it September 21st. That's the earliest, okay, if it passes in September, right? And then they have dates that go all the way out to October 22nd. The next thing is, will smaller bills could pass instead? That's the targeted thing that Mitch McConnell was kind of pushing. A skinny coronavirus stimulus package. Will it pass? The House is expected to block it next week, right? I don't think this is going to pass. Mitch is going to need 60 votes to filibuster, and I don't think it's going to happen, right? But there's another scenario. The president's executive orders. After talks originally collapsed on August 7th, Trump took the unilateral action by signing one of the executive orders and 3 Miranda on August 8th. It's possible that there could be more executive actions coming. The problem with the executive actions is that they don't seem to be having an effect. It's not really reaching everyone. So I don't think another executive order is going to happen pertaining to stimulus. Okay, and then we have relief can go on until after the election. This is the interesting one. With the November 3rd election 2 months away, the atmosphere in Washington could be too politically charged to pass more economic relief bills, and leaders may want to see what happens after the election. So I'm going to go right here and go to another section where President Trump says that he thinks that the stimulus won't happen because of political reasons. If it's good for the economy, it's good for me for the election. Meaning the Democrats won't, this is what President Trump said, the Democrats won't pass stimulus before the election. And you know what? This may be the one that's going to happen here. We're going to see Trump is willing to work with Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi. He even said that. The question is, will they work with him? So I have a feeling that maybe there won't be any stimulus. And, I don't know, but I'm going to, in my summary, I'll give you my opinion, on this. And then finally, what if nothing happens? So CNET says unemployment remains at staggering levels and housing crisis looms on the horizon. If no action is taken on a relief package, individual bills or executive orders, it could potentially cause the economy to plunge into a deeper recession, as economists say the damage is already done is beginning to mirror the Great Recession of the late 2000s or 2008, 2009. Right? So I'm going to, I wanted to cite this article. I thought it was an interesting article. I would recommend it from CNET. And I'm going to get off the screen right now so that I can summarize what my opinion is on what's going to happen. All right, so I'm going to get off the screen right now. All right, guys, so let me summarize this up a little bit here on the stimulus check video. Here's my opinion. I'm thinking that Congress and the Senate and the President are going to make a deal before the election. More and more I think about it, if the Democrats don't make a deal with the President, I think that it's going to cause a problem with Biden's chances of getting elected. I think that is more of a risk for the Democrats. And I think that Nancy and Biden are probably speaking to each other, and Biden's probably pressuring Nancy Pelosi to get something going here. I think there's going to be an agreement. I think that they're actually going to meet with the president before the election. I think that it's the politically smart thing to do for the Democrats. That's what my opinion is on this. I think there is going to be stimulus. Now, I said stimulus. Will stimulus checks happen? You know, I'm going to say yes. I think it's going to happen. I think the stimulus and the stimulus checks are going to happen, and that the Senate, the House of Representatives, and the president are going to get together, and I think it's going to be soon. I think it's going to be soon. I think it's going to be probably in 2 weeks. Now, I could be wrong, and this is just an opinion, but I think that the smart move for the Democrats would to make an agreement. Because I think what's going to happen here, as we approach, if they don't make an agreement, as we approach October, and vaccine news gets better, it could only be good for the president and for the Republicans. So I think the Democrats are going to want to have to make an agreement soon. I think that they may have played this wrong when it comes to the election. And I think that the stimulus check is going to happen. It's going to happen within 2 to 3 weeks. That's my prediction. I could be wrong. I wanted to make this update, create this video update on stimulus because I was fascinated with what's been happening since my last video, which I'll leave over here. But this is what I'm thinking, and I think that stimulus checks are going to be coming before October. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please subscribe, like, comment, and of course share. Let that algorithm work for me here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I'm going to say goodbye. So, goodbye.